When it came to scoring Cells, I had a really interesting idea for how to approach it. I sat down with our composer, Evan Hodges, and I just gave him the script. And I asked him to write several cues based just on the material alone, without seeing a single frame of the film.
I've worked with Raymond Wood, the director, before. We did a horror film previously, and it was like clockwork. It was just perfect. We just spoke really well together, and so I read the script, and I knew, the instruments that I wanted to use, and the sounds, and the textures, and the tones.
Crazily enough, the very first cue that he wrote, I dropped into the timeline, and from the start of the film to the point when you see the lock unlatch, the cue lines up just perfectly.
The title Cells popped up, and the noise that I made came up there, and then the cue stopped when the door handle turned at the end of the scene. So it was pretty awesome.
A lot of times when you have a cue that really fits the theme and the tone, you still have to make little small adjustments to fit the timing of the edit, but this was just one of those wild times when it just fit perfectly from start to finish.
The main thematic material, I used a Korg MS-20, which is like a vintage synth from the 70s, 80s, and I used that with I made essentially make this kind of noise, and you can hear it all throughout the piece. It's referenced all throughout the film. So it's not so much a melodic thematic material as more of a tone and a set of sounds that evoke a kind of unsettling emotion. So I use that all throughout the whole score. The orchestra is such a massive palette of tones and sounds, and it can create very lush and beautiful sounds, but it can also create very minimal and intimate, as well as kind of unhinged kind of sounds. You look at Hitchcock's Psycho, that's just a 40-piece orchestra. There's no percussion, it's all strings, and it's insane. So using that tone with some electronic stuff like Trent Reznor did on Social Network has that kind of eeriness to it. So combining those two together felt natural, and it felt like the perfect combination for the film.